Hello friends, today we have brought Stree Part 2. This is the sequel of Stree 1. If you haven't watched Stree 1, the link of Stree 1 is in the bio, so come on, let's start the video quickly without any delay. So, the movie starts from exactly where the ending of Stree 1 ended, where a huge statue of Stree has been built in Chanderi, and in front of it is written, "O Stree Rakshakarna, O Stree, protect us." Stree was watching all this fraud happening because Stree always wanted respect, which she finally got, and after getting it, she leaves Chanderi. But as soon as she leaves, a part of the land in Chanderi cracks open, and from inside it, a demon comes out who is headless, Sarkata. After this, we see a girl in Chanderi who comes out of her house to smoke. Then a ball-like thing comes near her. As soon as the girl picks it up, she sees that it's not a ball, but a man's severed head. Then that head wraps the girl with its hair and starts dragging her away. Suddenly, a portal opens and the girl disappears into it. Now, after this, the story moves sometime ahead where the people of Chanderi are living peacefully and without any fear after Stree left. Even after Stree left, everyone still respected her. And our Rudra Bhaiya used to organize a drama program every year in the name of Stree, in which they used to tell the whole story of Stree. The next day after the program, a postman comes to Rudra's house with a letter. Inside it, he finds those torn pages of Chanderi Purana that had gone missing earlier. On the other side, Vicky is still missing his mysterious girlfriend, that is, Shraddha. Suddenly, Shraddha appears there and starts talking to Vicky. Vicky says, "There's a smell coming from your mouth. Did you drink alcohol?" And immediately gets a tight slap because it was not Shraddha, but Rudra Bhaiya, and Vicky was lost in his dream world. Rudra Bhaiya says, "If I hadn't slapped you, you were about to kiss me too." He says, "Come out of your dream world and look at this," and shows him the missing part of Chanderi Purana. He says, "I feel some danger is coming upon Chanderi, and maybe someone wants to warn us." But Vicky says the Stree chapter is closed, Chanderi is completely safe, and he ignores Rudra's warning. Meanwhile, Sarkata is making girls disappear one by one. But the people of Chanderi think the girls are just running away from the town on their own. Vicky's father tells him, "Quickly find a girl and get married, otherwise no girl will be left for you." But Vicky is still crazy about his mysterious girlfriend Shraddha and is not ready to marry. So his father says, "Virgin oil is healthy, but a virgin man is not." Gives him money and tells him to go have a relationship. Vicky goes and tells all this to Bittu, and Bittu keeps all the money. He says, "You're not going to have a relationship anyway, so I'll keep the money." And with that money, Bittu buys a gift for his girlfriend, Chitty. But Bittu was also a virgin too, and he still hadn't had a physical relationship with his girlfriend. He used to go to Chitty's house and sing her a lullaby and come back. As usual, Bittu goes to Chitty's house, sings her a lullaby, and comes out. Vicky was waiting for him outside. As soon as Bittu leaves, Sarkata enters Chitty's house, grabs her, breaks the wall, and takes her away. Everyone hears the sound of the wall breaking and goes inside the house, where they see that Chitty is not there and the room's wall is broken. Everyone gets very worried and gathers to search for Chitty. Then, a drunkard sitting on the road tells them, "I saw the one who took the girl. He didn't have a head." But no one believes him and ignores it, thinking it's just a drunk man talking nonsense. Then Vicky, while searching for Chitty, reaches the Stree mansion, where he doesn't find Chitty but hears some scary sounds and thinks it's Stree. Then Shraddha appears in front of him, but he thinks it's a dream too and says, "Slap me hard so this dream breaks." Shraddha slaps him hard, but she is still standing there, and Vicky realizes it's really Shraddha. He starts dancing with joy and says, "Where had you gone? Because of you, people have called me Chanderi's Devdas, and God knows what else. And they say all kinds of things about you, ghost, witch, illusion, etc." Shraddha says, "Leave all that. I came to tell you where the girls of Chanderi are disappearing." Then she takes him to a part of the fort where the story of Stree is shown on the walls. Then Shraddha tells him that the one who is making these girls disappear is the same one who killed that courtesan years ago and turned her into Stree. After this, Vicky goes to Rudra and asks about the letter. It contained the torn page of Chanderi Purana in which this demon, that is Sarkata, was mentioned. Now. Rudra Bhaiya reads that page and we get to know the backstory. 200 years ago, there lived a village head in Chanderi named Udayban, who was a complete womanizer. His ideal was Dushasan from Mahabharata. He had no respect for women. Before dying, when Stree used to work as a courtesan, Udayban used to visit her too. But then the courtesan fell in love with a man, left her profession, and married him. When Udayban found out, he beheaded her husband and burnt both of them alive in front of their little daughter. After that, the courtesan returned to Stree and beheaded Udayban and all his men. Even today, those bodies are buried somewhere 6 feet under in Chanderi. Vicky says maybe after Stree left, Udayban has returned and is wreaking havoc on Chanderi. And only Stree can save us from this havoc, so we have to bring her back, in which Jana can help us because he has Stree's germs in him. As we know, after the Stree incident, Jana had left Chanderi, cut off contact with everyone, and was currently living in Delhi with Bhaskar. Somehow the gang reaches Jana, where we see Bhaskar too, who is in his werewolf form and runs away somewhere as soon as they arrive. Vicky says to Jana, "You're a number one coward. How did you keep such a dangerous dog?" Jana replies, "That's not a dog, it's a wolf, and I'm not the same anymore. I've changed a lot." Vicky says, "If that's the case, then come with us and help us find Stree." On hearing Stree's name, Jana gets scared and refuses. Then Vicky cleverly lies to him. "I'm not talking about that Stree. I'm talking about the Stree drama in Rudra Bhaiya's program. We came to call you for acting in that play." After this, Jana agrees and goes to Chanderi. But once they reach there, they tell him the whole truth, that a danger has come upon Chanderi and they need to bring Stree back. They say, "You have Stree's germs inside you, so only you can help us now." After that, everyone goes to the Stree mansion and Jana starts calling Stree Didi, but Stree doesn't reply. Vicky again takes them to that place in the mansion where Stree's story is shown on the walls. While everyone is standing and watching, someone suddenly grabs Jana from behind and takes him away. When they go to look, Jana is hanging in the air at another place and his eyes have turned completely white. Then suddenly Jana falls down, they catch him. Rudra checks and says Jana is dead. But Vicky can't see his friend die like this. He even gives him CPR, but nothing works. Suddenly Jana sits up, his eyes completely white, then suddenly becomes normal and shouts, "Run away from here!" Everyone starts running, but no one knows why they are running because no one has seen Sarkata yet. Then, on the way, Bittu looks in the mirror and says, "What's coming behind us?" When they look carefully, a flying head is coming towards them. Jana was sitting on Rudra's bike and Sarkata attacks him, bites his butt, wraps him with its hair, and tries to take him away. But Jana sets fire to Sarkata's hair. The head becomes a burning ball and falls on the road, because of which Bittu and Vicky crash their bike near the burning head, leave the bike there, and run away. They hide inside a fair elephant far away. But then Sarkata comes there with his full body and finds them. He picks Vicky up by the neck. Just before he can kill Vicky, Shraddha makes an entry and hits Sarkata with her braid, which was actually Stree's braid. She gives Sarkata a good fight with that braid, but Sarkata is much more powerful. He grabs Shraddha by the braid and throws her far away. Then Sarkata topples Stree's statue and stands there showing that now Chanderi is under his rule. Next day, Vicky, Bittu, and Rudra thank Shraddha for saving them and think that now only Shraddha can save them from Sarkata. Shraddha says Sarkata is very powerful. She only has Stree's braid, but she is not Stree, and only Stree can defeat Sarkata. Then they ask where she had disappeared for so many days. Shraddha tells them she had gone to learn black magic. Meanwhile, Jana is completely traumatized by that night's incident. He is in shock and can't speak. His mother gets angry at Vicky, saying all this happened because of you. Then Shraddha puts her hand on Jana's head, chants something, and Jana becomes completely fine. Then Jana tells them that that night he didn't actually die. He went to Sarkata's world where there were stones and lava everywhere. The place looked like hell. There he saw Chitty and all the other missing girls all wearing white saris and their hair cut. Then Shraddha says Sarkata is abducting girls who have modern thinking. They notice that all the girls who disappeared had modern thinking. After that, Rudra tells the entire Chanderi that the girls are being abducted by a headless ghost, Sarkata. Then all the women pounce on Vicky and say, "It's all your fault. Earlier everything was fine, we had no problem. Stree only used to take men, but you drove Stree away, because of which this beaten up Sarkata has come. Now you have to save us from him." Vicky says it's beyond me. Sarkata is very dangerous. He is so tall that even if you make Amir Khan stand on Amitabh Bachchan, he'll only reach Sarkata's waist. But all the women request him. You saved Chanderi from Stree. You are our protector. Only you can save us from Sarkata. When he still doesn't agree, Shraddha comes and reminds him what Shastriji had said. There is love in his eyes. He is the true artist of the town. Your power is in your eyes. Just like you defeated Stree by looking into her eyes, you will defeat Sarkata too by looking into his eyes and cut his head into two pieces. After a lot of persuasion, Vicky finally agrees and starts practicing to cut Sarkata's head in one single stroke dot. Finally, Vicky's practice ends. Then they set a trap for Sarkata. Rudra says calling Sarkata is very easy. He was a lustful man. We'll organize an item, song dance in Chanderi, and Sarkata will definitely come drooling. Everyone says, but who will dance? No girl will agree to take this risk. Rudra says there is a girl from outside Chanderi who can take this risk for me. She is Rudra Bhaiya's girlfriend, Sama Tamanabhatya. Rudra goes to Sama, tells her everything, and Sama agrees to become bait for her beloved Rudra Bhaiya. Then a dance program is organized.
थोड़ी फुर्सत भी मेरी जान कभी बाहों को दीजिए थोड़ी फुर्सत भी मेरी जान कभी बाहों को दीजिए आज की रात मजा हुस्न का आँखों से लीजिए आज की रात मजा हुस्न का आँखों से लीजिए
विकी वो कहाँ है कहीं फंस गई होंगी ना बेचारी यार
मेरे महबूब समझिए जरा मौके की नजाकत के खरीदी नहीं जा सकती हसीनों की इजाजत के खरीदी नहीं जा सकती हसीनों की इजाजत नाज इतना मेरी जान नाज इतना
संकट आया है पता नहीं मुझसे होगा कि नहीं होगा ट्राई कर अच्छा कोशिश करता
आँखों से
तो भैया यही कहीं है आसपास है
Organized in Chanderi, and Sarkata does come. As soon as he arrives, everyone hides Sama behind, and all the men stand in front. Vicky, in full excitement, goes to fight Sarkata with a knife. But in front of him was the body. The head was missing. So how would Vicky look into the eyes? Still, Vicky says, "Leave those girls or I'll kill you." Then Sarkata holds his own head in his hand and brings it in front of Vicky. Magical light comes out of Sarkata's eyes. Vicky becomes unconscious and falls there. All the men standing there come under Sarkata's control. They clear the way for Sarkata, and Sarkata drags Sama away with him. Now, along with Bittu, 100 men of Chanderi are under Sarkata's control. They beat drums and announce that now Sarkata rules Chanderi and cover the writing O Stree Rakshakarna on the wall with black paint. Shraddha comes again to meet Vicky, and Vicky asks, "Where did you go yesterday?" Sarkata took Sama too. Shraddha tells him that when Sarkata was here, so she was in the mansion trying to enter Sarkata's world to free the girls. But she couldn't enter. Rudra Bhaiya says the person who sent us the pages of Chanderi Purana probably knows how to kill Sarkata. Shraddha says maybe he also knows how to enter Sarkata's world. They don't know who sent the letter, but they know it came from a mental asylum in Bhopal. So they go to Bhopal, where they see different kinds of mental patients. Then a madman comes in royal style who calls himself Shah Jahan and thinks Jana is Mumtaz. Rudra Bhaiya recognizes him immediately. He is the descendant of Udaypan, Akshay Kumar. They tell him everything, and he already knew that Sarkata is terrorizing Chanderi. When they ask how to finish Sarkata, the descendant gives them a riddle. Neither a human can go there, nor an animal, neither male nor female. If anyone can go, then half-half. He will not stop, will not rest until he gets the sacrifice. He says Sarkata is going to sacrifice all those girls on the last day of Maha-Arti, when his powers are at peak. Back. In Chanderi, they try to solve the riddle. Shraddha cracks it. The riddle is talking about Ardhanarishvara form, half male, half female. Only in that form can someone challenge Sarkata in his world. Then they go to the mansion where Shraddha tells Vicky, now both of us have to become one. Vicky and everyone else take it in the wrong sense. But then Shraddha goes behind Vicky and suddenly merges into his body. In this combined form, they easily enter Sarkata's world. Then Shraddha comes out of Vicky's body and tells him, go save the girls. Vicky asks, won't you come with me? Shraddha says, I cannot come because Sarkata wants Stree and her braid is with me, so now he wants my sacrifice. Vicky is not ready for this. Shraddha convinces him with great difficulty, and Vicky finally agrees to let her become the sacrifice. Vicky goes to save the girls, and Sarkata's head catches Shraddha, lifts her in the air, and starts sucking her life energy. The life energy of the other girls also starts coming out. Seeing this, Vicky gets very angry, runs, jumps, and with one stroke of the knife cuts Sarkata's head into 2 pieces. Shraddha asks, why did you save me? Vicky says, your sacrifice wouldn't have helped because, along with you, the girls would have died too. They think Sarkata is finished, but Sarkata comes back in an even more terrifying form. The 2 pieces of his head regenerate into 2 full heads. They cut those 2, then 4, then 5, 6 heads start dancing around them. Vicky can do nothing. Sarkata again catches Shraddha and starts sucking her life. He almost finishes her, but then we hear a growl. Bhaskar has arrived in his werewolf form, Badiya form, because he is also half human, half animal. Jana is watching everything from outside and giving live commentary, like Sanjay of Mahabharata. He says this was his plan B. He had also called his friend to fight Sarkata. Bhaskar in werewolf form saves Shraddha and shakes all of Sarkata's heads with his teeth. Then Sarkata's body walks in, all the heads merge back into the body, and the last remaining head places itself on the neck. Now Sarkata in his complete form fights them. Badiya attacks, but gets knocked down by 1 blow of Sarkata. Shraddha tells Vicky that Sarkata can only be killed with the same sword with which Stree had once killed him, and that sword is stuck in a stone in front of them. Vicky tries to pull the sword out but can't. Shraddha says, pull it with the power of your heart. Vicky tries a lot but fails. Now Sarkata again lifts Shraddha by the neck and starts sucking her life. Shraddha, completely helpless, shouts, Ma! And as soon as she says Ma, Stree appears there. She fights Sarkata. Sarkata tries to fight back, but Stree is much more powerful because she had killed him once before. Meanwhile, Vicky finally manages to pull the sword out and throws it to Stree. As soon as the sword reaches Stree's hand, she becomes even more powerful, cuts every limb of Sarkata, 1 by 1 legs, hands, torso, and finally splits the head into 2 and throws all the body parts together into the lava. Thus, Sarkata is finished for good. Then Stree flies to Shraddha, both talk something through eyes only, and then Stree leaves. All the girls become free and everything becomes normal again. Because of Sarkata's terror, all women were locked inside houses and only men had gone for Maha-Arti. After Sarkata dies, all women come out and participate in Maha-Arti as usual. After all this, Vicky talks to Shraddha, and finally Shraddha reveals her truth. The Stree was her mother, and she was doing all this to give her mother liberation. Mukti. Vicky says, but Stree is 200 years old. How can her daughter still be alive? Shraddha says, whatever your friends call me, ghost, witch, illusion, I am all of that. Vicky gets a huge shock that his girlfriend is a ghost. To console him, Shraddha says, our relationship is bigger than all this. It's a connection of souls, and love is blind. Vicky was ready to adjust even with a ghost, but Shraddha says the work for which she came is done, and now she has to go. Vicky asks, at least tell me your name. We viewers thought now we'll finally know this character's name, but she whispers her name in Vicky's ear and leaves. When Bittu and others come, Vicky doesn't tell them the name either. This was the complete explanation of Stree 2. Hope you liked the video. I have one request if you like my videos. Please subscribe to the channel and like the video. Liking and subscribing doesn't give money, but it shows that you support the channel and want to watch more videos. We'll meet in the next video. Till then, take care and keep watching.